Hello everyone, welcome to Gyan Mimamsa. In today's video, we will be discussing the second question that was given on the Telegram channel as well as on our previous YouTube video. You can and at the end of the video, we will also be giving the third question to write, and you can write and send it to info@gyanmimamsa.com. For any other queries, you can join our Telegram channel. Link will be shared in the description box and all other details will be shared both on the description box as well as on the Telegram channel. So let's start. So the question was, the understanding developed from the continental drift theory and the sea floor spreading led to the plate tectonics theory discussed. This was a 50-mark question and 250 words. So first of all, this is question from GS1 geography. So remember one thing, diagram is must. In any geography question, remember this, diagram is must. In this, the keywords are continental drift theory, sea floor spreading, and the plate tectonic theory. So the examiner wants you to write that how continental drift theory plus sea floor spreading, that is CDT plus sea floor spreading, led to the advent of plate tectonic theory, as plate tectonic theory is most widely accepted theory of the origin of different continents over the earth. Okay, so you need to connect continental drift theory and the seafloor spreading with the plate tectonic theory. That is the basic point of this question. And again, I'll tell you the diagram is must. And this is a 15 marker question, 250 words. So try to write it in 2.5 pages. And in this, if you are trying more than one diagram, then you can go till 3 pages. Don't go beyond 3 pages and try to limit it in 250 words. Okay, and if you are drawing 2 to 3 diagrams, so you can write it in 180 to 200 words. Okay, so by diagram you will be explaining better and you will be getting a better score definitely, because presentation always matters. So you again, what will be the format? You need to write a brief introduction, then you need to discuss the continental drift theory and its drawbacks, and then seafloor spreading and how it is associated with plate tectonics theory, and then conclude with the plate tectonics. So you can introduce that in 1912, Alfred Wegener, while he was trying to solve the various climatic regions and various vegetation throughout the continents, he gave this continental drift theory, and it was at that time one of the most widely accepted theories. Okay, and then in the body part, you need to talk about the continental drift theory, and you can draw this diagram. According to continental drift theory, initially around 200 million years ago, it was a supercontinent called Pangaea surrounded by a super ocean that was called as Panthalassa. And then around 150 million years ago, this happened. There was breakdown in the continents, the supercontinent, and it became Laurasia and the Gondwana land plus the Tethys Sea. And then you can draw current scenario, modern world. And then you can write what were the issues with the continental drift theory. The basic issue was it was not able to define the forces behind movement of, because the large continents, because the landmass is very heavy, and they said that the force of moon and the gravitational force of the moon and the sun and the tidal forces that were both of the forces were responsible for movement, and these forces are not somehow sufficient to move these type of heavy things or heavy continents. So this was the issue. Then came the seafloor spreading by Harry S, sorry, and then described at the convection current due to the radioactive materials in the magma, and due to this there are movement. So seafloor spreading was basically about the mid-oceanic regions, but it gave the forces behind the movement. So radioactivity and magma, the forces can be very good, and the seafloor spreading at the mid Atlantic Ocean ridge basically. So it was proved that yeah, it is spreading and the sea floor is spreading, and that's why there is a movement, right? So it was proved. So by this, so you need to write this and you can draw this diagram. Then by the continental drift theory, we know that continental are drifting. continents are drifting, sorry, the direction would be north-west direction. Okay, so northeast direction. So this way the continents are moving, right? That was proved by seafloor spreading. It was proved that there was the forces of movement were. Then you can draw this diagram of plate tectonic theory, and then you can conclude that while continental drift theory was the first theory to suggest that the continents were drifting apart, seafloor spreading gave the forces, provided the forces behind the drifting of the continent, and as a result, plate tectonic theory, which is most widely accepted theory today, was formed by interlinking both the drifting of continent, number one, and the forces behind it, where it was stated that the lithosphere is floating over the molten magma, and the various plates are there, small big land parts, okay, and this land masses are moving apart from each other due to the convective current. So by this you can conclude with the plate tectonic theory, and you can connect the answer with three diagrams. If not possible, then you can avoid seafloor spreading one diagram. At least two diagrams need to be drawn. So this was the basic structure. A lot of students answered this question, and it was quite good. Most of them got the point, but basically most of them did not explain the plate tectonic theory. So you need not to explain. You need to write around two paragraphs regarding continental drift theory, then one or two paragraphs regarding seafloor spreading, and then two paragraphs in plate tectonic theory. 5 paragraphs, 3 diagrams, and that's it. It was not a very difficult question to write. This very basic geography, very important. All the three theories are okay. One more thing is that you need to work a bit on your presentation. Try to underline the keywords. Okay, whenever you are writing like Alfred Wagner, okay, or Harry Hess, okay, or convection current, okay, or the plate tectonic theory. So underline these and don't use CDT, SFS, or plate tectonic theory. Write in full. Try to practice writing full words and increase your speed. Okay, and handwriting doesn't matter. It should be legible, and most of the handwritings were legible except one or two. I have given them comments that you need to work a bit on your handwriting. So today's question, you need to submit this by tomorrow by emailing it at info@gyanmimamsa.com. Okay, you can email it. So the question is from GS paper 4, 10 marker question, 150 words. You need to write it in 2 pages. The question is, what is empathy? Explain with examples and bring out its importance in your personal life. So I have asked you to write about your personal life, how empathy is important to you. Okay. So this was it for today's video. Thank you very much. I hope you will try to write the answers. Thank you. All the very best.